Welcome back. A patch of land on the University of Minnesota's St. Paul campus is getting new life, all while helping people reconnect with old traditions. Samantha Fisher shows us how a newly revived Native American medicine garden is nurturing much more than plants.
If you're going to be in Group A doing more dirty work,
sometimes
come over onto this side.
A hearty dose of dirt.
It's a place of healing.
Is just what the doctor ordered.
A gathering place for community.
After 5 years of rest,
all the dirt, all the mountains have to get touched.
The land that supports the U of M's Native American medicine garden has finally been reawakened.
The garden itself needed to let us know what it needed.
Brandon Elkire, executive director of the Minnesota Indian Affairs Council,
extra tools,
says the latest effort to put down fresh roots gives the Twin Cities Native American community a renewed chance to reconnect with theirs.
And a great number of our Native urban students never experienced the feel of dirt in their hands.
It's significant for the University of Minnesota and specifically for CFANs.
Jennifer Garbo, Tribal Engagement and Outreach Liaison for the U's College of Food, Agricultural, and Natural Resources Sciences, says the garden's return marks a critical turning point.
A little divot
for engagement with Minnesota's 11 tribal nations.
Because all that water will go in the middle.
It's a celebration of life in a time when everyone could use some joy.
I'm going to start distributing beans.
The surrounding community, as well as students, staff, and faculty at the U, will maintain the space, weeding, watering, and eventually reaping what their indigenous ancestral garden sows.
It's the sage, the tobacco, the sweetgrass. They're going to have a multi-pronged purpose.
We will use the medicines for education programs. Our graduates and MIAC, the Minnesota Indian Affairs Council, often burn medicines before their meetings.
Beans grow up to the corn.
Pairing remedies with rations.
The food we'll harvest and share with the community.
While they work this season to nurse the once overgrown land back to health.
In the middle of these trees is a rotunda that was once used for gatherings, for different types of learning and teaching.
This is an ongoing commitment. These are seeds, some of them that I started myself. If I am putting them in the ground, it's also my responsibility to come back and continue caring for them and teaching those others about that.
Project stewards say the garden's ultimate goal is to educate.
We're hoping that in the future there will be students and other community members who will come out and want to be included in the gardening process.
They're more than welcome to.
Creating a system where both plants and people.
It takes a village to keep something beautiful.
Benefit from communal support.
We're all here as a collective making this place better.
And nature's numinous nourishment.
I'm feeling very grateful today.
To see it actually here, see it actually planted.
In St. Paul.
It's beautiful.
Samantha Fisher, KARE 11 News.
The garden is located near the St. Paul campus across from the Bell Museum by the Agricultural Research Fields, if you're looking for that. Well, we are halfway through Pride Month, which means Pride festivals are in full swing. This weekend, St. Paul hosted its celebration, and it comes at a time when the community says they could use a pick-me-up. Jessica Hart was there.
In the parking lot of Dual Citizen Brewing, people are roaring with pride.
The growth in Pride festivals in this state is an indication that people want safe space.
A safe space where everyone can be who they are.
We came in with St. Paul Pride 4 years ago, downtown.
Kyle Rucker is the event's organizer.
We need more pride in St. Paul. Not just the festival itself, but everyone that's here. What can we do as individuals to create these kind of places? Spaces for people to feel safe, families to come out, people to be different, but together are vanishing. And it's getting tougher and tougher to make space in real life.
St. Paul Pride Festival is one of the first big events this month.
We don't deal with Pride Month. Pride is 12 months. It means a lot, I think, to the community. But for those of us that are in this stuff day to day, it's every day.
Everyday life that would be impossible without support.
Everyone should be kind. Remember to be kind.
Jakayla Davis
I do.
Is the CEO of Kayla Got Cakes and is a proud ally of the queer community.
Very important, and just to remind them like they're not alone. I always want to be supportive. Those things are just titles. They're still human.
The words acceptance and inclusion are often said in June. So St. Paul Pride created a place where those words become actions, creating a safe space where everyone is loved.
The celebrations aren't over yet. Of course, we still have the Twin Cities Pride Festival to look forward to. That kicks off June 27th at Loring Park in Minneapolis. There are going to be over 600 vendors and multiple artists and businesses. You can also expect to see some familiar KARE 11 faces. What is day 5 of the FIFA World Cup? Thousands of people from across the globe are here in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada to watch those games. And this afternoon, the internet is obsessed with how visitors are reacting to all things America. Like this guy from Germany named Freddie. He's been documenting his World Cup road trip across the southern United States, starting in Georgia. Freddie and his friends have had all kinds of experiences, from visiting Taco Bell and Raising Cane's to discovering the wonder that is Buc-ee's. If you haven't been to a Buc-ee's, it's pretty great. They've also been listening to a lot of country radio, becoming the newest fans of singer Ella Langley. Freddie says they've been invited to her concert this week and will even get to meet her. How cool is that? Freddie currently in Texas right now, where they got to watch Germany win over Curacao. That was yesterday. And during their stay in Houston, they're getting a true taste of Southern hospitality thanks to NFL legend J.J. Watt. He's put them up in a hotel complete with several care packages. There you go. That's some hospitality for you. Then over in Dallas, the Dutch have arrived. They flooded the streets dressed in orange ahead of yesterday's matchup against Japan. Meanwhile, not to be outdone, Scotland taking over Boston. The Tartan Army held a victory lap through the city yesterday after their team's 1-0 win against Haiti. Thousands of fans dressed in kilts made their way to Fenway to take in the Red Sox game. Safe to say, the world so far is enjoying the U.S. Stick with us. More news and weather coming up after the break.